into the game right now. Into Sovereign's Rise, Digital Devils, Aethrux versus Alpha Scorii.
Scorii, apparently. I thought it was Scorpy, but okay. Here you go, proceed as Zephyrin is already getting chased on here by Disclosure and Fady. Just look at the crystal damage there by Fady. It's going to be enough to... Oh, not enough, apparently.
Oh, man. Barely there right now, though. Looks like Alpha still trying to sustain, trying to control their jungle, but Digital Devils very aggressive in taking the fights.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at DDRX, they're actually doing the same plan as in the previous games. They're also going very aggressive in the jungles, taking everything away on the side of Alpha Scorii. Yeah. And we've seen how it panned out for Digital Devils in the previous series, and I think it's possible that we're going to see a repeat.
I absolutely agree. Right now in the bottom lane, though, Yates finally arrives in the scene. I did not notice that. Yates picked up by DDRX.
And don't forget, Ringo is actually being played here by Alpha Scorii.
Again, one of those starting heroes that we did mention. It does get picked up, and it will be used into, let's see how good effect, though. Yates pulls him in. Deals a lot of stun damage. It looks like that's not barely going to be enough, though. Here's the backup. Looks like that Idris just going to try to stave off some aggression, but damage has been done.
Okay, yeah. And then, of course, when I look at the lineups of both teams, like, Digital Devils has the advantage in terms of, like, roaming around the jungle and even providing initiation plays given the Yates and the Finn pick. And then I look at Alpha Scorii. If you look at their lineup, if you look at the damage they bring with Ringo and Baron and Idris, yeah, they got a damage-centric lineup.
Yeah.
And then I'm curious if Baron is going to be more like a crystal or weapon-powered, but chances are it's going to be a weapon-powered Baron in this game.
Yeah, judging from just the initial play style, though, and the composition itself,
yeah, and
it feels like it's going to be a weapon-powered Baron, absolutely.
Yeah, and even the nerfs in the crystal-powered items, as right now you can see
oh,
her baby.
Man. That kind of just knocked you out and stunned you, but the Baron's going to fall because of the backup here from Digital Devils. Very fast on the uptake. Great response time.
I mean, Fady already has the weapon and the crystal-powered threat advantage. You're going to get more.
Oh, come on. 2 kills in the span of 30 seconds. Just got to give it to Digital Devils to give us a good show.
Yep, that's what they do, and that's what they love to do, and they could get some more here. I mean, Sinyosic, well, he tried to go... Sinyosic is actually trying to move around the jungle, getting advantages, but DDRX, they're actually taking everything away from them. And Inara is one of those heroes who's capable of doing that.
Right.
Given the fact that he could just leap in front of any creeps, he does have the passive skill to reveal the opponent's position, as well as the jungle creeps' position.
That's actually very important as well, making sure that you have control in the fight, making sure you have that passive to completely utilize. Of course, DDRX, Digital Devils, Aethrux, they're pretty, they don't have to rely on stuff like that though. I think they're pretty much efficient in just taking gold all over the map. And overall, because of that, they're very, they get advantages early on in the game. Yeah. And that usually snowballs way out of proportion as the game progresses.
Yeah, like I've seen in the previous series in game number 1, like DDRX, they didn't have Inara in their lineup, but they still managed to dictate the jungle. And even in game number 2, they didn't have Inara. As a matter of fact, they're able to show why they can actually do it even without that hero.
Oh, bottom lane looks like it's going to be a very close fight here on the Yates. He gets dove in. Idris and Ringo on the chase. Spin actually playing quite well against the aggro that is being shown here by Alpha Scorii.
Yeah, I mean, Smith has really been very consistent since the previous series. Like the way he plays Captain, the way he plays Yates, all throughout the VPL is right now Disclosure. He's going to get kited out. Here comes Fady on the offensive, though.
Here's the fight, though. Oh, man, looks like it's going to be a stun up onto that.
Sinester is about to go down. He does go down. Now Zephyr, next on the list. Slowed down by Inara. Gets chased upon. Down he goes.
Juggling the tower aggro so well and hooking back Nubfly. He's gonna be in for a very bad time.
Oh my goodness, Digital Devil 6-0 from the start.
Natelli goes down and Natelli also goes down. Man, are they the same name? I think they are.
No, it's Natelli and
Natelli and Natelli.
No, Natelfi. Oh wait, I think it's the same.
It is the same.
One is capital E, the other one's just... Okay.
All right, let's call the other guy.
Let's just call Baron Ringo. Or
let's call him Greg. All right, so Greg. No, just kidding. Right now, they did try to defend that, but it's just that Digital Devils is very adept at tower diving at this point right now, fighting in the middle of the map as well. And as long as they can hook someone in with the Yates, it should be a very easy follow-up because they have the Finn to secure the position. And of course, the damage output is always there on Celeste, on the Gwen.
Yeah, I mean, they initiated the play very well. I mean, it started with Disclosure using that Aces High to stun the Lance, and that creates space. And then you had Fady with a follow-up with the Dancing Leaves, enough to slow 3 members to the side of Alpha Scorii. And then Liberosis, he saw someone already running away, as Disclosure misses the Aces High, but going on the offensive, hook onto, however, Celeste pops the ultimate, Notify, goes down, Sinister, gonna chase Fady. Fady low in HP, gets silenced there.
And of course, that's gonna be another advantage. Kills galore here, 0 and 7 for Digital Devils Aethrux. On the bottom lane, Smen looks like he is gonna be caught, but he jumps out just in the nick of time.
Yep, perfect timing of the Iron Mandate, and oh, look at this. This could be another...
Oh, another double kill here for the Celeste. Wow, Senor Pedro. What is happening right now?
Yep, that's his signature hero. We've seen it. We've seen it already.
As you did highlight earlier. I know. I mean, that kind of just goes to show. Give Senor Pedro a Celeste in a great position. Give him enemies that are preoccupied with other things, and that just goes to kills galore as well for Digital Devils.
It's going to be lethal if like he constantly bursts up his crystal power, and then if Digital Devils could actually time their hooks very well in team fights. Like, combine that with Celeste's ultimate is something you don't like to see. And we've seen that early, which of course Celeste's ultimate nearly landed, but it could have been very effective for them.
That's right. Of course, they're still leaving Smitten solo on the bottom lane consistently. Of course, Alpha trying to maybe catch someone off guard, trying to get some gold, but looks like it's going to be Nutelli getting caught in. And as well as the Celeste, Senor Pedro ults up onto the Idris, barely makes it out. Of course, they're still coming for the fight. Liberosis in the front, tanking up as much as he can. Lance dives in onto Celeste. He does have a lot of damage on his side. Senor Pedro taken very low, 1% HP, barely makes it out, and he goes down.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I like overall tip because right now Sinister goes for the silence. Hooks there on No Man's Island. He was not even seen by Liberosis. Managed to land the hook there. That's actually going to be a highlight play as Nutella is going to get chased here by 3 men. Does go down.
And let the bodies hit the floor is the battle cry here for Digital Devils Aethrux, taking kills left and right all over the map.
Yeah, I mean, it has to do what Senor Pedro did in that team fight. Like, he was already low in HP, but still spams that first skill and second skill, the Core Collapse and the Heliogenesis. He just constantly spammed it to create a lot of damage on the side of Alpha Scorii. And even if she died, the follow-up damage from the rest of Digital Devils is enough to slow down Alpha Scorii.
That's right.
You just look at it. 113 is the score. They got the Ghost Swing advantage.
Damage is not going to be a problem here for Digital Devils. They're utilizing it, and even though they're actually supposed to be very squishy, they're still fighting consistently in the front lines. Like right now, Inara trying to engage onto the rest of Alpha. Of course, they are going to be forced back into tower range, but it's not going to be standing for long. They're still coming up on the chase. Here comes Liberosis. I think he wants to get some targets here. He pulls in. He goes for the fight. In the front is Inara diving in on the Baron, and Baron goes down.
And right now, Catherine low in HP. Fady jumping further forward. Another hook. Zephyrin tries to run away. Gets caught there by the Wolf's Maw. And apparently, Senor Pedro with a chase. Disclosure with a stun. Man. That's another no-look play there by Digital Devils.
Inara with that triple kill diving in. They are playing under both these towers. And they are dancing so gracefully and juggling the turret aggro consistently. Man, you got to give these guys props. They are playing out of their minds right now.
Yep, definitely. And I wouldn't be surprised that given the rotations from Digital Devils and given the lack of split push options now for Alpha Scorii, that Alpha Scorii is going to press the tab button and surrender.
Yeah, and again,
I wouldn't be surprised if it's happening.
This is why you don't pick Rinko. It takes so long to ramp up. Plus, the mobility is a problem. Of course, we're going to see Alpha trying to make something happen here. 4 men on 3. Liberosis on the front. Inara going for the chase. Of course, we are still taking very low. Liberosis is half. Lance is on the back end. Mortal wound suffered. He goes down.
Yeah, I mean, it's not enough damage here on the side of Alpha Scorii. Even with Catherine on the silence and trying to go for the merciless pursuit. He is trying to aim for Senor Pedro, though.
And the Baron finally gets a kill as well. but still goes down. Of course, Senor Pedro kiting 2v1 right now for the highlight reel plays. Pushes him back. Here's the Yates with a follow-up. Will he go for the ultimate?
Okay.
Of course, apparently not.
Yeah, misses the wolf spaw in there. Although if he landed
Probably
that,
could have went in with the iron mandate, but still could have gotten the kill. But of course, it's going to be Digital Devils playing relatively safe compared to earlier.
Yeah, I mean, so far they've dominated each and every lane, and they're even split pushing, even though they could actually win the game in 5v5s already, given the itemization advantage that they possess.
Yep, right now 17-2 in favor of Digital Devils, 37 to 24K. What can you say about that? For the meantime, though, they're going for the chase. Liberosis again on the front. Hooks two back in.
And right now there's a reflex block already forced by Alpha Scorii. And of course, that's a very defensive reflex block. I mean, they had no choice but to use it. And if you're Alpha Scorii, if you're forced to use your items in a more defensive fashion, then it's not a good sign. And they're going to lose some more targets, as right now you see Ringo getting slaughtered there.
Again, Alpha Scorii just has so many projectiles to take note of. The Yates' bind, of course, as well as that ult, and just kind of makes for a bad team fight. Of course, they're going to catch someone off guard again. Man, they are suffering so many damages. They're barely getting any gold in their pockets.
Like, they couldn't go out of the base, given the pressure from Digital Devils. Like, the map control is all already in their side. And even if Alpha Scorii is going to spot that Black Claw, they still wouldn't be able to catch it, given the timing of their abilities from Digital Devils, given the aggression that they bring, given the damage. Because right now, Fade, he's really going to force his way here.
They're feeling very well about themselves. Liberosis hooks in free with barely anyone to provide any damage. He still kind of walks out alive. Of course, Black Claw is pushing up into the middle turret right now, wailing on it. Should go down relatively safe. Celeste ultimate hits on the back end. Of course, just two members of Digital Devils are going to be fighting. Here comes the cavalry, though, to provide some backup for the Black Claw as well as Liberosis. He pulls them back in. That lands not long for this world as well, defending against nothing. Oh my God, it is a fast game, man.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's already over. The fact that Liberosis could charge forward, absorb a lot of damage.
Oof.
Yep, oh my goodness.
That's an oof moment if I've ever seen one. Under your base, inside the tower, right now, Armory is destroyed. Black Claw still alive to provide some flamethrower damage. Of course, Zephyrin gonna try to force him back, but there's absolutely just so much damage here for DDRX. They take down one. Can they take down the Yates as well? That's a big question. Vein Crystal right now very low, half HP. Smitten going for the run to the base. But can he do it, though?
He can actually run this if he, let's see if he has his Iron Man. He does have it. Oh,
he doesn't, but has no position to cast it. He goes down. Small signs of life here for Alpha Scorii, but way far from equalizing.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they had to, you know, go back to the fountain, rely on the Vein Crystal to defend, is already a sign that Digital Devils already has secured a spot in this game. Like, if you look at that previous team fight, like Liberosis, who could not be killed, even in that 4 or 5v2 situation, it's already a nightmare for Alpha Scorii based on that. I mean,
2v5 for like 30 seconds to 1 minute.
I mean, remember, this is 5v5. This isn't Blitz 3v3.
Exactly.
Where Finn's third talent is already super OP.
Yeah, but right now looks like Alpha Scorii gonna get caught out of surprise again. Inara going for the harass. Here comes the rest of the team for DDRX though.
Right now, Sinister, he's already forced to run away. He's gonna get nearly killed by Celeste's ultimate. Now Liberosis, there's a two-man hook, two-man stun.
They're just showing off right now, man. They're just showing off. They're catching everyone off guard. Again, Celeste in the mid lane, Senor Pedro, pushing at the same time.
Yeah, he's trying to go for the Scarf strategy, just using that Heliogenesis to push through the minions as well as the towers, as Zephyrin tries to claw his way in front of two men.
Oh, this could be good. He could get some gold from this kill and provide some pressure, some relief from it, rather. Of course, they're still going to go for the chase. Zephyrin could get this if he has enough damage, and I think he will. Double kill there for the Lance, finally, but, of course, their base still getting pushed in by the Celeste. Everything is burning and in shambles right now.
Yeah, if you look at what Digital Devils did there, I mean, they tried to hold off Zephyrin and the rest of Alpha Scorii on the top lane. That's why they decided that it's better to die there. so that Senior Pedro could create space in the mid lane to end the game. And turns out Alpha Scorii did the rotations well. I mean, they recalled, they went back to the base, and they forced Senior Pedro to retreat.
Speaking of Senior Pedro, he's going to chase down 4 members all by himself. Another show highlight reel, will this be? That's a lot of damage there, just being kited off. I think they're just waiting for the perfect opportunity to dive in. Looks like it's going to be here.
Yeah, but Yates apparently gets stunned there by Lance. Will it work wonders, though? Apparently not. Yates is still back in the game. And here comes Finn, charging further forward. Fady through the right flank. Will he jump forward? Oh, misses the dance of leaves. But
And
there's a
he
hook.
gets him back into the fights. I think he's not going to last long in this world.
Yeah.
Yates takes down the Catherine very easily. Everyone's just retreating right now. Of course, Digital Devils, they got what they wanted. This could be another push. Of course, oh, the retreating Ringo got spotted out. What a sad turn of events there for
I mean,
Alpha Scorii.
If you look at Alpha Scorii, the fact that your core heroes are forced to buy reflex blocks in this game is not a good sign. I mean, reflex block has been severely nerfed in this meta because of the fact that it doesn't really absorb a lot of crystal damage. It just only blocks magical attacks.
Yeah, you can't actually rely on that like before.
Yeah, like before.
It was a huge difference right now. That could actually just, you don't even have to upgrade it anymore.
Yep.
Like, it just worked. But right now, again, that kind of gives you the sign that everyone is just trying to stay alive right now.
Yeah.
And that's not a good look there for Alpha Scorii right now. Digital Devil's gonna be knocking on the front door along with a huge dragon straight from Game of Thrones. They pull in the telly. Since they're on the other side, though, they're gonna go for the...
Yeah, I mean, the damage outburst of Baron apparently not enough, though. There's a heal, the sustain from Digital Devils. But let's see if they can turn this around. Senior Rorik about to go down. There's Zephyrin trying to go on the roll around, trying to go with the shield block. Retreat, forcing the retreats on the side of Digital Devils. Apparently, it's not going to work, although.
Oh, man, everyone's getting killed here left and right. It looks like they're going to be baited out. The Armory just spawned.
Yeah, this Armory just
They do get taken out. Fady taking out top as well. Of course, that's Black Claw back into, diving into that Vein Crystal. 20%, 10, and I think that will be game, set, match for that one. Of course, Digital Devils going to be coming out with a win over Alpha. Digital Devils Aethrux versus Alpha Scorii. And it's looking like a really solid draft so far. Will they do anything weird, anything that will get us off guard? That's something I'm looking forward to in the side Alpha Scorii.
Yep, Digital Devils, they actually did something off guard, right? They went for the Flicker ban, which you don't normally see. Like, Flicker normally gets banned in, like, Tier 4, Tier 5 matches.
Yes. So
but in this game, okay, they went for Flicker.
Again, I think I've seen Digital Devils utilize this as well. Previously with a lot of really cheesy picks. They pick Flicker with Anka. That's how bad they get. So,
definitely.
So that's something we have to wait and see if they can kind of veer towards that right now. They get the Churn Walker, though. That's kind of big.
Actually, Flicker is another alternative to Grogjaw for Alpha Scorii, but then it got banned. I mean, the fact that Flicker could actually be used to sustain the team, given his ultimate, and of course slowed the team down with his first and second skill. Scorii could actually use that, but of course, she got banned, and they have to look for other options. Let's see if they can get Grogjaw in this game. I mean, Churn Walker has already been unleashed by Digital Devils.
There we go. The Churn Walker Yates combo. It's going to be Hook City, everybody. As we go.
Yeah, it is Hook City.
It is going to be Hook City.
You have the 3 main hooks in both teams. There's Churn Walker, there's Yates, and then there's Finn.
And we're going to have to watch projectiles very carefully. Again, Lance going to be there to provide some solid, like a bastion here for Digital Devils. To just provide some safety, you know, you gotta be safe. You gotta keep the mid lane okay. But of course, again, I kind of expect Digital Devils to win mid lane outright just because of this composition.
And look what Digital Devils are doing right now. I see 3 captains already deployed. I'm thinking they're gonna go. Oh, I thought they're gonna go Catherine as their next pick. Dude, that would have been wicked for Digital Devils to finish the game with 4 captains in their team. Except that.
Here we go again.
But now they went for like 1 jungler and 3 captains. So it's possible we're going to see a weapon-powered Lance in this game.
I kind of expected as well, you know. And of course, they do they opt for the alpha. I don't know if this is somewhat like a somewhat like a taunt to them or something.
Yeah, I feel like this is bragging rights for them. Like, they have 4 melee heroes.
Yes.
Already deployed.
That shouldn't happen. Come
like,
on. That shouldn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do now with 4 melee heroes and then you have, I forgot who's the range hero. I think it was
I think it was
Ringo or Gwen?
I think it was Gwen. Yeah, I think it was Gwen. But we're gonna have to watch out for that. We did crash up into the lobby. We're gonna go into the next. We're gonna what was it called? Re-pick. Same heroes, same bands. So no problems there. Of course, that's actually something that happens when you get into a custom lobby.
Yep.
There's like a bug with the skin. It's getting fixed out. Don't worry.
Yeah, the skinning problems, you know.
Yeah, it's a skinning problem. These guys are. I can hear myself. Looks like we're gonna go into the. Hello, hello, ladies and gents. Again, thanks so much for staying put. Sorry for technical difficulties, of course. Of course, you are watching the mobile Esports Arena Vainglory tournament. Digital Devils Aethrux versus Alpha Scorii. We are back. I, of course, am Rockhart with my very good friend Wanderdrift here.
Yeah.
And
so,
how are
welcome back,
you?
ladies and gentlemen.
Swap heroes.
Oh, they finished up the draft already.
Yep.
That's fast. That's good. So, as you were saying, with this very,
Actually, not just Aethrux, Alpha Scorii as well. They both went for lineups with 4 melee heroes and 1 range hero.
Exactly. And they're going for the Ringo just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
So, I like that.
I mean, I've seen heroes who I don't normally see in this meta. There's Ringo, there's Alpha, and then there's Rhyme. So, interesting. Like,
Interesting, man.
Rhyme is already negated in 5v5s because of the obsession of teams to go for like weapon-powered heroes like Gwen,
Yes.
Vox. So
I'm kind of missing Kinetic though. Why is Kinetic not being picked?
Kinetic.
What happened, man? I missed the Kinetic fix. I love the Kinetic fix. Anyway,
Wait, I'm trying to figure out why Kinetic is no longer.
because I don't think there's any significant nerfs to her or anything. Maybe there's just better picks that came up with the newer heroes.
Yeah, for me, Gwen is now the meta hero.
Yeah, the
Gwen or Samuel.
Yeah.
Because Gwen has like escape options. Although you could argue Kinetic has it, but Gwen could actually block off most abilities or most debuffs.
And I think that's something that pro teams actually utilize to the maximum when they go for the team fight. Of course, we're going to load up into Sovereign's Rise once more, possibly for the last time, as we go into Game 2, Digital Devils Aethrux versus Alpha Scorii. Man, it's very weird pickings here for both teams. They're going to go for a fight in the mid lane.
And Smidden's actually going very aggressive here. He's already half in HP, but he does have the backup needed there from Liberosis and Senor Pedro.
Of course, that's a very tanky Lance. Gonna have to endure a lot of damage though. He wants to stay alive.
And it's already getting chased in by Zephyrin. But apparently, the other members of Digital Devils tried to force the issue there on the side of Alpha Scorii. So
oh, they're gonna get chased down consistently. This time around, Digital Devils looks like they're in a very bad position. Here's the Yates for the backup though. Everyone's still alive. Barely in the nick of time arrives Fade. Hooks in that Finn. Turret was in a different target though. So it looks like it's gonna be the Churnwalker controlling a majority of them. Another hook in by
the side of Digital Devils in there, and the side of Alpha Scorii, the Churnwalker combination is actually trying to create space on the side of Alpha Scorii to initiate plays for them. And if you look at it in this game, Alpha Scorii, they're actually going aggressive on the jungle in this game.
Which is actually very impressive this time around. This is exactly what they need to do consistently if they want to get ahead. Digital Devils is very strong and very big on map rotations and getting those gold from the creeps from those jungle minions. So they have to beat them to that game if they want to have a slither of hope against this very powerful Digital Devils lineup.
Yeah, and the big question is, can Alpha Scorii be consistent in going through the jungle, in pressuring the jungle? Like, we've seen it in that previous 4v5 matchup, but let's see how it's going to pan out. But so far, Digital Devils are still having the freedom to go in the jungle, as you can see there.
Yeah, that's very impressive. Again, Digital Devils always finds their mark. So far, Alpha Scorii, I think they're kind of good in picking team fights, just showing off the earlier invade. If they can keep that up consistently, there actually is a good chance of them coming back into this. But it looks like it's going to be a 2v3 against the Digital Devils, and they will suffer a Churnwalker casualty. Looks like Ye's going to be here to try to stun up. AoE barely has any damage output yet, but going to be utilizing that hook.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the damage from Vox in there, so right now Sinjosic is about to go down in here. Apparently, he does save himself. I mean, nearly killed by the minions. I mean, Alpha Scorii, this is the start that you like to see. I mean, Natelli already racking up the damage in the mid lane. And if it constantly racks up all throughout the late game, I mean, he's already building a weapon-powered Vox.
Of course.
It's going to be scary.
Very powerful in the late game. This Vox, you're going to see a lot of action here with, of course, Digital Devils consistently still getting those jungle camp gold. Again, they should not be allowed to do so. If Alpha Scorii wants a comeback, that's going to be a problem here. Consistently going up. On the bottom lane, they're even trying to steal against it.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, I mean, I like the strategy of the side of Digital Devils. Like, of course, going to the jungle, but they used Yates as someone to support in the jungle. Like, Yates has the Wolf's Paw hook to pull a jungle minion in their favor.
Yep.
And it's actually very helpful in slowing down Alpha Scorii if ever they encounter each other in the jungle.
Speaking of slow, though, they're getting slowed to the maximum. Nutelli goes down as well.
And more members on the side of Alpha about to go down. Here comes Smitten.
Oh, here's the backup. Vox, very powerful if left alone. Again, he does have the ability to do so. Senor Pedro gets taken out. Alpha does have that resurrection, so Senor Pedro should be fine for the meantime.
I mean, Senor Pedro was lucky that he has his passive ability ready. If that wasn't ready, of course, that would have given the momentum to Alpha Scorii. Yep. I mean, if I'm Digital Devils, Senor Pedro should constantly rack up his items. He needs to get that damage out first because
later on, he'll be unstoppable.
Yeah, I mean, that second skill, given his itemization, is going to be something that Alpha Scorii does not like to deal with.
And of course, funny thing to mention here, Digital Devils, despite being behind in kills, are actually 2.2k ahead in gold.
Yeah,
and again, kind of reiterates why they win.
Yeah,
games.
I mean, first the jungle advantage, and second, they actually gave space for Ringo to farm in the bottom lane.
Exactly.
And with that space creation there by the side of Digital Devils, it would actually be beneficial for them.
Yeah, right now they try to go for more team fights here. Of course, they're going to suffer a lot. That's a very powerful Vox who was left alone to farm for quite a few number of minutes. Of course, Digital Devils, they're still keeping up the pressure here. Of course, Fady trying to check the Crystal Strength, make sure they're always on pressure, even if it's just getting a buff.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they, they get a steal, and that's what Fady's doing. He's gonna get a steal in front of 3 members on the side of Alpha Scorii, but
he's suffering a lot of damage though. And right now, Liberosis looks like he's in a very bad spot, getting chased down. He does go down to Sinosic, and of course,
right now, okay, here comes a backup here for the side of Digital Devils. Sinjosic goes down, so
easy, easy follow-ups there. Of course, reboot again over to that Alpha. He does not suffer any deaths despite losing all those HP bars. They're gonna catch Disclosure though. This could be a kill.
I mean, Disclosure is actually the squishiest member on the side of Digital Devil. So, oh, he does manage to run away.
And their only ranged hero, as you did highlight.
Yeah.
So those ranged heroes, that Ringo and that Vox, they're going to be very instrumental in keeping the fights in favor of either of these teams. So they have to take care of them.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Digital Devils, you already know that they're going to go for a weapon-powered Ringo.
Absolutely.
But if you look at Alpha Scorii, you don't know if Vox is going for like a crystal power or a weapon power build. But if you look at his items right now, he already has 2 weapon powered items already and 1 crystal power. So it's still unsure.
That's a mix-up.
Yeah, it's still unsure what the build is going to be. Like, is he going to sell one of his items to go for another build?
Of course, that's going to be answered later on as Smitten does get chased down and he goes down finally. Alpha committing 3 members, even with the backup of that Finn.
Yeah, I mean,
just to secure it.
I like the Glaive pick because of the fact that the critical damage that he can produce is
phenomenal. Liberosis gets stove in. 3 members. Alpha, they're gonna do a lot of damage. Of course, you're not going anywhere. He gets taken out. Of course, more kills over to the Grace. This is Alpha still trying to go for the chase, and he gets his smart.
Yeah, and they can actually get more here. Digital Devils, here they come on the counter offensive. Nutella forced Senior Pedro to move back. Senior Pedro low in HP. That's actually a good target there. And he does go down. Disclosure could go down. He's very squishy, and indeed he goes down.
Wow, Alpha looks like they're going for the 1-1.
Oh, 3-man impale.
Of course, here's Smitten. 3-man impale, as you said. Of course, superhero landing here. Fade gets a kill.
Yeah, that's actually perfectly timed here by Fady, but will he run away though? Oh, nice shield block there by Smitten.
Oh my god, he's going for it. He has been non-stop providing damage to the Alpha lineup. And here's the Liberosis again with the follow-up as well. Everyone's already spawned. That's how long that team fight's already going. And of course, Zephyrin gonna be caught in the front. Smitten taken very low. 1 more hit should do it. And here's another contender. They're still going for the chase. Alpha is back and he is in for a vengeance. Zephyrin gets taken out by Liberosis.
Yes, Smitten was very impactful. Right now, Symbiosis could actually get a kill here on Liberosis. And remember, Rhyme could slow you down anytime.
Yeah, it's like tagging everyone back in. The moment they die, they get off into a return.
Oh, Liberosis jumping forward. Now Symbiosis, well, he does have the reflex block to protect him. Smitten, low in HP. He's still alive. And he's trying to help his team go on the counter-offensive in this game.
Wow, non-stop fights here for Digital Devil. Senor Pedro, does he have the reboot to try to stay alive for it? He won't need it. I think he does. Yeah, uses self-destruct. So far, here's the backup here. Zephyrin is back from the grave again. And right now, I think that's about time for that team fight to end. 3 minutes in. Oh my god. They were tagging people in after he died. Come back here and...
Yeah, I was expecting Digital Devils are going to retreat. When they saw Vox, there's the damage dealer. Smitten's the only one left. They should back out by any time. But no, they went further forward. They know that the other members are going to come back. They know that Disclosure is going to come back. And right now, you can see here, a brawl is happening. Nutella gets pulled there by Fady with a Wolf's Maw. And will he survive in here?
I think so. It looks like...
But Disclosure is already low in HP.
Oh, Smitten gets taken out.
He's in the top lane.
That was a bit weird. But right now, though, Disclosure looks like he's in a bad position as well. It's like... I think I can hear myself again.
Yeah, I can hear the game as well.
Hello, friends. Okay, we're still going and we're trying to load up into the fight as we speak, but so far,
Yeah,
Let's go old school. So Radio Fight. Hey, there we go. It's showing up on the big screen. Of course, this still Digital Devils, despite suffering a lot of losses, they're still going for the fights under tower. They're ignoring it completely right now. And they're diving, taking the Grace very, very low. Here is
Glaive with a nice putback though. He does get a kill though. Zephyrin about to go down, does go down. And now Nodal Fight, the only man left standing on the side of Alpha Scorii together with Vox and Glaive, who's currently revived. Oh wait, he's still there. I'm kidding. Yeah. I mean, if you look at, I've seen the team fight early, like Churnwalker casted his Trespass.
Oh.
And it was enough to like stun members of Alpha Scorii with that Trespass ability. It created space for Digital Devils to get the kills that they need.
Again, pressure here from Alpha Scorii as well. Finally signs of life from this team. We have been seeing consistently being pushed back by Digital Devils. Of course, they're fighting back in terms of gold as well. I mean, Digital Devils is still in the lead, but surprisingly not by that much.
Yeah, like
just around 8K or something.
Yeah, like Alpha Scorii, they made the right adjustments in this game. Like immediately they sent people around the jungle, like in all cylinders, and that's what they're doing right now. Digital Devils, they can't seem to find the space in the lane. They can't seem to find the space in the jungle because of the pressure brought in by Alpha Scorii. As you can see here, Liberosis is going to get pressured in, but Alpha jumps in.
Oh, the dive in here by Digital Devils. Of course, they are the backing up on the other side of the map, but I think that front line is not going to be front line for long. Of course, everyone else is falling on Alpha Scorii. Digital Devils being very aggressive with the superhero landing from Fang. 2 members remaining here for Alpha Scorii, and looks like that's going to be a very clean ace there by Digital Devils.
Yeah, that's actually a team fight that if you're Alpha Scorii, you do not like to go. Just look at the lineup. They got a Lance. They got an Alpha. They got a Churnwalker. They got a Yates inside the choke point. It's already a nightmare for Alpha Scorii, given the fact that Glaive, who's a very high damage dealing type, and the fact that he does have high damage, but he doesn't have the sustain needed. And Digital Devils, without Glaive, there's nothing Alpha Scorii can do to defend that.
Of course, Digital Devils, they're keeping up the fight. Right now, under turret though, suffering so much damage here. But they're surprisingly still alive right now. What is this happening?
Yeah, I mean, Senior Pet, the sustain there by Digital Devils, the potion was already unleashed by Liberosis, and he's actually slowing things down with his hook and chain. And
of course, the Ringo still wailing on the turret despite his teammates dying. He takes out the turret inside the base.
Black Claw as well.
At the same time, that's just swag plays there from Digital Devils. Wow. So it's going to be up to Smitten and Fady to keep this alive. Of course, Smitten going to dive in onto this very tanky Finn. Of course, he's going to be having Black Claw on his side, keeping fire onto those armory.
Look at that armory already reduced to half. And right now, Alpha Scorii, they're forced to defend this. Can they defend this?
Of course, they pull in the telly, and they do a lot of damage onto him as well. Diving in, Smitten takes a kill. Of course, we have more coming in for Alpha, finally regrouping and trying to fight back. The Vein Crystal, though, taken very, very low. Oh my god, that almost got taken to 80% just by the Black Claw alone.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been more disastrous if most of the members of Digital Devils are already near the Vein Crystal, but lucky for them, Alpha Scorii, they're able to defend it. I mean, the distractions was actually worthwhile for Digital Devils. That actually created space for them to get the Black Claw and push.
And of course,
and Alpha Scorii was able to defend that because of the numbers disadvantage of DDRX. But what if they have the numbers advantage in that team fight?
Again, these are questions you kind of have to answer for yourselves as well. Of course, Ghostwing going to be secured. Again, buff. Aside from being ahead in items, right now, Digital Devils.
There's the Iron Mandate already unleashed. Oh, look, there's already damage. I mean, oh my goodness.
Man,
the damage
Yates.
is too much from Yates together with Alpha.
Unbelievable here. Of course, here's the rest of the party. Gonna join in. Everyone's compressed. I can't even see who's who right now. Of course, it's gonna be Digital Devils chasing up to multiple members here for Alpha. This is looking like game.
Yeah, the initiation has been perfect. Even the reflex block wouldn't be able to defend Alpha Scorii here. Now Sinister, will he run away? He's too tanky, but apparently Zephyrin is going to be in trouble depending on how he's going to run away. But apparently I don't think he has any option. This could be another clean ace here on the side of Digital Devils. Can they get it? Can they get it? They want it. They want it.
And
they have
do.
it. No, they didn't get the ace though.
Oh, they did get the ace. Damn it. All right, so that's going to be basically it. Only the glaive left to defend. Everyone inside the base of Alpha Scorii. Looks like it's going to be just another show of force. Padding the KDA there on the side for Digital Devils. Trying to fight up on the team fight. That crystal going to go down into 1. And that is going to be it. Digital Devils Aethrux, your champions for Mobile Esports Arena, Vainglory.
I mean, I looked at the matchup from the start. It was looking like Alpha Scorii has actually made the adjustment.